welcome to, is it May? It's May, right?
Yeah.
May's Q&A. Today I have my friend Sandra with me.
Hi.
Her channel is SBeauty101 and that'll be linked down below in the description. And she's joining me today for a hashtag girlboss Q&A, right?
Yes.
And I think people have been confused about what we actually mean by that. Do you want to try explain a little bit?
Well, basically, I don't know. I think girl boss means basically a girl working for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, having her own business or something like that.
And like hustling, working hard, and being independent, I suppose. So Sandra has an online store. Tell everyone what you sell.
I mainly sell makeup, but basically all the girly things.
And I've got my t-shirt line. So we both run online businesses. So we thought we would answer your questions today about that sort of topic, right?
Yeah.
So the first question comes from Eleanor and she says, have you ever had to deal with an angry, unreasonable customer and how did you handle it?
Well, not like angry, but obviously when something goes wrong, with online store things can go wrong, like with delivery and stuff like that. I've had a couple of issues before and I got some like nasty emails, but I always responded in a really nice way and usually they apologize to me, like the customers, and were like, oh, thank you for sorting this out. So just be nice and helpful to your customers and it should all be alright, I think.
Yeah, I have sort of similar with my store that I don't offer returns because all of my t-shirts are printed to order. So like when you make an order, I print that t-shirt especially for you, so I don't like keep a whole lot of stock. So I've got like all my sizing charts on there and I say like make sure that you are buying, you know, the one that you want beforehand. And I had once that someone's mother wanted them to return it and get a different size. And I was like, oh, I can't really do that, but I can offer you a discount if you want like a new one, you know, or do it free shipping for you or like do it for you at cost basically, you know. So they were happy with that in the end and they realized that I was just a small business.
That's cool,
Yeah, but you always feel a bit like you're letting someone down.
Yeah,
right?
I know, I'm the same, like every time I get like an email with an issue, it's like, you know, like that shouldn't have happened. Like I get like really anxious, but usually it's alright.
Yeah. Borja asks tips on marketing and getting your online store noticed. This is a tough one, right?
Yeah. I just think for me, it's just really consistent social media marketing. I tried some traditional marketing and it did not work at all. Yeah.
I find that the only time I really make sales is when I particularly talk about my t-shirt company, like in videos or I'm like tweeting about it lots. And so I really struggle with keeping that up. I'm not very good at promoting my store, but I do need to get better at it. So basically I don't have many tips for you because I'm still learning myself. Hannah asks, what inspired you to start an online store and do you have any new things / launches planned?
Ooh, what inspired me? Well, basically the thing is I come from Slovenia. There's 2 million, like the population is 2 million. So it's a very tiny market and we don't have a lot of makeup brands available because big brands are just not interested in us. We're too small. And because I was into like blogging and I was always seeing those like amazing, you know, items all over the place, I wanted them to be available in my country as well. So I kind of took things into my own hands and set up an online store.
I started my store because there was a lot of like apparel brands that I liked, like Clandestine Industries was one that was run by Pete Wentz from Fallout Boy. Yep. So I really loved that and I loved that every like few months or something he would launch a new line and everyone would like go crazy and there was all this hype and I was like, that's so cool. Like I want to be designing stuff that people love and want to wear because they're passionate about like the reasons behind the design in a way.
That's really cool.
So all of my designs are inspired by music because I wanted to make band merch that wasn't really band merch, you know, so that you could show your love of music but in a different way.
That's really cool because you have your own items and I basically sell other companies' items, but I do want to come up with some of my own stuff. Yeah, not necessarily makeup, but some maybe home decor item and stuff like that.
Even
so,
like makeup bags and
stationery.
things could be
cool.
cool.
Maybe. So I have that kind of in the back of my mind for this year, fingers crossed.
As for new things coming up for me, I want to move more into other stuff as well as t-shirts. So I want to do like some stationery things as well and prints as well, like art prints for your wall. This is a really good question from Lizzie. She says, what would you say to people who think that being a girl boss isn't as efficient as a male?
Oh, I think we work a lot harder. Let me just say that.
As females, you're instantly starting with like, what's the word? A disadvantage in a way. In the way that people who you're dealing
yeah.
with might look at you and might think of you, because a lot of people do have that, you know, old school point of view that,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, have this prejudice against
Yeah.
females. So when you're dealing with suppliers or anything like that, there's always that
yeah.
to overcome.
They don't take you like seriously sometimes because you're like a girl and like a young woman,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So it's always a bit like, I don't know.
But
yeah.
we just have to keep working hard, right? And,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
proving them all
Yeah.
wrong. Taryn asks, what advice do you have for aspiring girl bosses?
Just work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you're passionate about, because you will have to work really hard, and if you're not passionate about that, it's not gonna work, I think.
Yeah.
I think a big thing is networking, which I have to work on because I'm
Same.
very shy and I get really nervous in social situations, but I think networking is really important from what I can see. Like, that's what kind of gets you out there.
And learning
Yeah.
too, I would add as well. Like,
Yeah.
never stop learning about the thing that you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
just because I'm good at design, it doesn't mean I'm actually good at running a business that sells things I've designed.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I've got to
yeah.
learn about all the other stuff as
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
like the marketing and things that were
Yeah.
mentioned before. Just keep learning and keep being like hungry to learn more and make what you're doing better. Laura says, if your business relies on self-taught skills, how do you get from self-consciousness to being assertive? You know, when you're first teaching something to yourself, there's always that like doubt.
I don't know. I feel like I still doubt myself. Like,
Same.
especially, for example, when it comes to makeup, because I'm also a makeup artist. I'm always nervous about, like, oh, what if I screw up the eyeliner? But, for example, I was at the expo last weekend, and there were some really big makeup artists that had panels, like Daniel Sandler, and he actually was the one that says that he still gets really nervous every time he has to do a bold lip or something like that. So I was like, okay, we're all on the same boat. I think that never stops, because it is your business or your skills, and you're just worried about it because you want to present yourself in the best way.
And it comes with practice, I suppose, as well.
Yeah.
Like, the more you do something, the more confident you'll feel with it.
Yeah.
So when I first put out like my t-shirt line and like sent the first bunch off to customers, and I'd spent ages like working out how to get these things printed and like working out how to ship them, like all that was really new for me. And then I was so nervous for them to be received and like being like, oh my god, I hope this is what people expected. Like, I hope it lives up to their expectations. You're always gonna second guess yourself, I think, but over time, with people's feedback as well, I suppose. That helps too.
So, yeah.
When do you know it's time to build a business, and did anything stop or delay you from starting?
I think it's like never the right time, because there's always something, so you just have to go for it no matter what.
I think that if you want to find an excuse to not do something, it's really easy to find it.
Yeah.
But if you truly do want to do it, then you'll just be able to look past anything that sort of comes your way. So that is all the questions we have time for today. But if you've got any more questions for us about, I don't know, being independent and working for yourself, running a store, whatever, leave them down below and we can answer them, or feel free to tweet us. Both of our Twitter accounts will be linked down below. Make sure you head on over to Sandra's channel now. What are we doing over on your channel?
We'll be doing, I don't know, it's called 10 YouTube behind the scenes secret kind of tag, so it should be very fun and interesting.
So you'll get to see a little bit of our behind the scenes and our YouTube secrets. So head on over and watch that. Make sure you subscribe to Sandra while you're there. Thank you for being in my Q&A.
Thank you for having me.
We are also then going to go off to a garden party that's happening outside. So
Yeah.
we'll say goodbye now. See you next time.
Bye.